Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Curated by Becta's Meal Kits, this time for Thanksgiving 2023. Thanks so much for ordering this week, and thanks for letting us be a part of your special holiday celebration. I gotta say, I've really missed you guys, and I really missed this. And so I'm glad that you have taken us up on the offer to cook and curate for you at special occasions. So why don't we go ahead and get started? Preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Um, you take the foil or the top off of the foil packages for the turkey, put them in the oven for 25 minutes. 5 minutes later, you're going to put your stuffing in, so 20 minutes for the stuffing at 425. On the stove, I've got our lovely turkey veloute, turkey gravy going on. Going to give it a stir. And then we've got our beautiful butternut squash soup, also going to give that a little stir. I'm going to turn this up a little bit because I want to get some nice heat going on for that. Then I've got a big nonstick pan. That's all my veggies are going to go in. We want 1 tablespoon per person of neutral oil. In my case, grapeseed oil, but you can use canola oil. You can use olive oil if you want. It's going to be higher heat, but some people lately are like, hey, you know what I don't want the seed oils. There's a little movement around that. So use olive oil. It might taste a little bit bitter if you cook on high heat with olive oil, but otherwise use olive oil for everything. So we're going to sear the Brussels sprouts. Let me get that nice and hot. And then we're going to wait 5 minutes, move them around, and then throw the other veggies in there. In the meantime, let's have a little taste of wine. This is one of my favorites. The Chenin Blanc from Pierce Prudhomme, the old vine wild ferment Chenin Blanc from South Africa. I am a huge fan, and it's going to go great with the butternut squash soup. Okay, so the Brussels sprouts, they're cut, and you want to just put them cut side down. If the leaves come off, that's okay. They're going to cook faster, and what I do, throw a little salt on them and eat them as a snack as you're going along. I like that we're going to get the Brussels sprouts in before the oil is super hot so that it doesn't pop at me too much. Because you want a nice sear on them, you want a nice brown coating. And it's really good. God, I've missed these. The last video I recorded was in mid-July. By the way, this is end of August. I'm cheating a little bit because we're going away, my wife and I, on an extended vacation for our 20-year anniversary and for our son going off to school in England. And so I needed to record this before we went away, and this seemed like the best day. So about 4 to 5 minutes on medium-high heat. The squash soup is looking good. I'm going to turn that down now that it's got a nice rolling boil. The veloute might need to go up a little bit. I want it nice and warming up. Okay, what do we do next? So that's going to be for the soups. Main course. Might as well get to dessert. But let me tell you about the rosé wine, by the way, that you're going to have with the main course for those of you smart enough to order the wine pairing option. This is one of my favorites, the 2027 Gamay Noir Bismer Vineyard Foxcroft Block, and it's stunning. So one of the classic combinations out there is roast turkey for Thanksgiving and rosé wine. But there is a red wine option, which some of you have taken advantage of, and good for you. It's also going to be beautiful, a lighter red wine. But rosé for me with turkey is just the key. This is probably the wine that we've enjoyed the most of this year. It's been a great summertime wine, but also great with turkey. All right. I'm going to need a little something there. Dessert. So I've already taken the tart out of the shell. We have a sweet potato pie, and we want to make sure to bring it to room temperature and the caramel to room temperature. And we're going to top with a dollop of chantilly. A little out of practice here. And what I'm going to do is actually pour the caramel around the base of the plate. Put that back on there. Have it skate around. I'm going to chantilly that in just a second. But first of all, our Brussels sprouts have that nice brownness. So now we're throwing in the carrots, which are already steamed, and the cremini mushrooms. And if you had some Brussels sprout leaves, now's the time for them to go in as well. Yeah, it's got a nice little brown going on. Make sure that I got this all right. It was 2 tablespoons. I wondered if they were a little dry. It's 2 tablespoons of neutral oil per person. So I'm going to hit this with a little bit more. And then we're going to melt the butter. Yeah, right now as well. 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter per person. Steve, you need to read the instructions better. So the soup is going well. For some reason, this element, not so much. So I am going to put our velouté, our gravy, on a different element and get it cracking because I want to make sure that it's nice and warm. Okay, so the sweet potato pie, and now the chantilly can go on. I had a little taste of the chantilly as I was taking the top off, and it reminded me very much of a pumpkin spice latte. Super easy, super delicious. I got to say, they made the tart shell just for me today because obviously we're not turning this around tomorrow the way that we used to because I need to do this before I go away on my vacation. All right. Now that the veggies are going, we can hit it with some salt and pepper. By the way, don't forget to season the turkey with salt and pepper before you put it in the oven. I see the steam coming off the velouté now, so that's good. Butternut squash, still bubbling away, looking good. Hey Google, how much time's left on the timer? Perfect, almost there. I feel like I've timed this video pretty well, all things considered, seeing as that I'm out of practice. So why don't I go ahead and plate the soup? So the soup should be beautifully seasoned already. The 2 things that my son doesn't like in the world, soup and turkey. So he's having some barbecue chicken tonight, and neither the soup nor the turkey. But that's okay. If that's the worst of it, hey Google, off. Wow. Okay, I really am out of practice. Making a mess. Stir that around. Wow. I really made a mess with that guy. All right, let's try this again, shall we? I'll use that one for my display. My wife doesn't need to have the most perfect one. That'll be for our Instagram post. Okay, the veg is looking good. I'm going to turn that down. Now we need a spoon for the mascarpone. Dollop that in the center. And it sort of melts into the soup, so make sure when you're eating it that you you mix it around because it's going to add a beautiful texture, creamy texture to the soup. And then we've got these spiced pepitas, pumpkin seeds for texture. It was so wild today with working with the chef to put these meal kits together. Something that we really miss. I hope you guys miss it too. Well, obviously, if you've ordered one, hope you don't mind seeing my face. There's our lovely butternut squash soup with the toasted pepitas and the mascarpone. Get those out of the way. Let's bring on the main course. We can turn that guy off. The veg is looking good. The velouté definitely looking good. turkey. But these little containers, we have a lot left over, so we're sending you 2 small ones instead of 1 big one for 2 people. I hope that's okay. We hate waste, so want to do that. And some tongs. Plating instructions. Stuffing in the middle of the plate, followed by your vegetables beside. Don't burn yourself. Well, this is great. I love that I get Thanksgiving a month and a bit early. Yeah, it's September this week, and I feel really special that I get a couple different Thanksgivings. One in the summer, one in the fall. Good to the last drop out of there. Vegetables beside. And I've got my non-stick tongs. Try to separate out the colors of carrots. This is a lot too much for the 2 of us, but usually we split these meals by 3. But as I mentioned, our son does not dig the soup nor the turkey. So there's just going to be leftovers for tomorrow, and that is okay. Turkey leftovers are not a bad thing. Okay, turkey next. It's going over top of the stuffing. You got that lovely jus. Don't miss out. Now this turkey has been brined with Chef Rich's famous brine. So it should be super tender for you. And make sure I'm finishing this up. Finally, the gravy on the turkey and the stuffing. Let's see if I can do this in an artistic way. I think the spoon is going to be better. And a little bit on the side. Make sure to hit the stuffing. That's my guy right there. A little extra gravy for my wife, because I love her. And a little bit of salt and pepper, why not? Finish things off. Here are, folks, our lovely roast turkey with the turkey veloute, roasted Brussels sprouts, heirloom carrots, stuffing, and cremini mushrooms. I hope you love it. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for letting us be a part of your special holiday. Thanks for understanding and appreciating our break. And I really hope that we get to cook and curate for you again very soon.